Hey guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com. We've got another update video for you on the upcoming 2021 M3 and M4. This is the latest information we know so far, so we follow this space because we'll probably add one to the channel when it comes out. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss our update. So here is everything we know so far, and it's all good news. Well, now, these big grills, are they good news? Well, I'm going to tell you at the end of the video if the car is really going to look like this, so make sure you watch it all the way through. So, the car is going to be available at the end of this year. I'm filming this video in February 2020. It's going to be, should be available by the end of the year as a 2021 model. It's going to come in coupe, sedan, convertible. So, obviously, the sedan will be the M3, the coupe and convertible will be the M4. Now, instead of being powered by the B58 engine, which we have in our review of the M340 xDrive, and I'll put that at the end of the video so you can watch that. Whatever I covered in that video, I'm not going to cover here. I don't like being redundant. It's going to be powered by the S58. And we've actually driven a car with the S58 engine. We've driven the new X3M, and we have a full review of that. I'll link that in the last 20 seconds of the video as well. And everything I cover about the engine and transmission there is not going to be covered here, obviously. So that engine is going to produce about 473 horsepower for the regular model. The competition, about 503 horsepower. Now, a manual transmission will be available. Manual transmission is going to be available on a pure model, which will be rear-wheel drive. The regular model will be all-wheel drive, and unfortunately, doesn't come with a manual. A manual won't be available for that. And it also won't be available for a dual clutch. So I do like the manual. That's how I would probably get the car. But I also get the dual clutch too. It's a very good transmission. The automatics now are so good, and it's going to have a similar automatic what's in the M5. And we have a review of the new M5 here. You can see I'll link it over here, and we'll go over everything in that video about the transmission. So we'll kind of just hit the highlights now. It's a really, really good automatic torque converter transmission. So the dual clutch, and it does a really good convincing impression of a dual clutch transmission. So if you're on the track, I've driven the new M5 on the track, I've driven it on my favorite mountain roads, and it does shift really fast, almost as fast as the dual clutch, but not quite. So maybe 90% as fast, not 100%. But where it beats the dual clutch is around town. So if you're going to use it as a daily driver, your M3, and you might if it's all-wheel drive, especially where I live in the Northeast, it's very good with a dual clutch, and we have an F80 M3 dual clutch review. We have an M4 CS dual clutch review. It's jerky around town, stoplight to stoplight, bumper to bumper traffic, 0 to about 5 miles an hour. So that eliminates that with the torque converter automatic. So it is a better transmission, even though it may not be as fun on the on a back road blast or actually a track. It's probably better for most people. So unfortunately, I think automatic transmission shifts so fast that they're going to be replacing dual clutch transmission. But the good news is you still get a manual. If I was taking this car as a daily driver, then I probably would get the all-wheel drive with the torque converter automatic. If I'm going to get one as a weekend car and haven't decided yet, depends what I do with the S8 and the other cars, then if it was just going to be kind of a weekend car or semi-daily driver, then I'd definitely get the manual and the rear-wheel drive. Now, with the automatic car, there will be a regular automatic, and there will also be some modes like sport, all-wheel drive. There will be like a drift mode where you can kind of decouple the front axle, but it will be essentially all-wheel drive all the time, but a sport automatic mode, which will be pretty awesome. We'll get pricing information to you. So now, are the grill's really going to look like that? Well, all the information I have, yes. Now, I don't actually mind the grill on the X7, or if you've seen our recent review, which I'll link here, of the M760, I think that 7 Series, I love that car with the turbocharged V12, and it looks menacing. If you were on the highway and that was coming up behind you in the left lane with the big grill, and we'll do other videos on the big grills, you would probably move over seeing that car. But I don't know that it works on the M3, M4, and that's why I'm hesitant to order one or get one just because of that. I think, obviously, if you like the F80 or F82, the current M3s and M4s, you're going to see a glut of those coming out as people order the new car. So I think it would be a great buying opportunity probably a year from now when people come off leases or just look to trade in their car to upgrade to the 2021 M3, M4. whether they're taking sedans, coupes, convertibles. So I think you'll see a nice price drop on those. And I think they're a great bargain, whether you get the manual transmission, which I probably would get, or the dual clutch transmission. So best of both worlds. We'll have a great new M3, M4, and the last generation is pretty good as well. So stay tuned for this space here. We'll give you updates as we get them. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell because you won't want to miss those updates. And we'll go from there. Thanks again for watching, guys. And I will see you next time.